Thank you for tuning in to the WQC, the world's best in water quality news. I'm Jack Dasher.
And I'm Grant Hollingsworth. What's in the news today, Jack?
Well, water quality has kept getting worse over the past few months, so it is time for a public service announcement about water quality.
Yeah, I believe it is that time. We need to inform the people about how water pollution affects them and the environment.
Yes, we do, Grant. People are not aware of the effects of water pollution. There are three major water pollutants: dirt, bacteria, and nutrients.
Yes, and all three are both non-point source pollution, which usually comes from runoff, and point source pollution, which comes from factories and sewage treatment plants.
Well, let's start with the first pollutant, dirt, which most people see as harmless because it's part of the environment. Dirt pollution comes from runoff from activities that remove trees and shrubs.
People might be wondering, Jack, how does it impact the environment and how do scientists test for high levels of it in the water?
Well, rain washes dirt into streams and rivers, which smothers and kills small animals and fish eggs. It can also clog fish gills. Scientists can test levels of dirt pollution by turbidity, which measures how much material is suspended in the water. Now, Grant, what can people do to reduce dirt pollution?
They can disturb the land around them as little as possible to not cause erosion, which leads to runoff.
Now let's talk about the second major pollutant, bacteria.
Yes, Jack. Bacteria pollution can come from combined sewers and animal waste. What can bacteria do to the environment?
Bacteria in water can make you really sick and pollutes water with many different diseases. But how can scientists measure it in water?
They can test the dissolved oxygen levels, and the lower the dissolved oxygen, the higher the bacteria levels. What can we do to reduce the amount of bacteria in water?
Well, they can improve sewage systems and improve animal waste disposal so that bacteria from these things are controlled. Now let's talk about the other major pollutant, nutrients.
Yes, nutrients are a major pollutant, but many people might not think so. Nutrient pollution comes from runoff of fertilizers and animal waste, sewage treatment plants, and failing septic systems.
Yes, Grant, nutrient pollution is usually too much nitrogen and phosphorus, which causes algae to grow and can turn the water green. Scientists can test nutrients pollution by measuring the levels of nitrogen and phosphorus.
There are a few ways to reduce the levels of nutrients in water, which include improving fertilizers, managing livestock, and managing sewage systems.
Well, that sums up the major three pollutants, but we still need to talk about some laws that govern water quality. What are some important laws, Grant?
Well, there's the Clean Water Act, which regulates discharges of pollutants to water, and there's the National Environmental Policy Act, which is the basic national charter for protection of the aquatic environment.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. This has been Jack Dasher.
And this has been Grant Hollingsworth. Thank you for watching, and tune in next week to WQC.